Hey there, www.andrewmarmusic.com. This one is the January 1st sauna build. I built myself a little sauna over the last 6 months with all the free wood that I got from different job sites. The outside is all free wood. The inside, I got the small pieces of pine for free from job sites, and these pieces are new. I got a good deal. So there's pine on the walls and cedar on the ceilings. That cost me about $200, and I got a metal roof that cost me about $100. And I'm using, I'll just go my door here. So this is black walnut handle. I did pick some walnuts off this tree, so I know. And I'm proud of this door. You know, that's 8 mil of tempered glass. And, you know, like we say in the valley, good enough. So, I'm using I just bought the Wipro 8 kilowatt Chinese diesel heater. I've been using the Chinese diesel heater for heat in my van for 3 years now. As long as you install these things properly, you're not going to have any CO2 issues. Now, for all the naysayers out there, this is a brand new CO2 monitor. It's been in here for half an hour. This was below freezing in here when I got in here half an hour ago. So we're sitting at 33 degrees Celsius here, zero carbon monoxide, 50 degrees relative humidity. The input heat there is pointed right at the rocks, and I'm using a kettle. The kettle's been on for 20 minutes now. I stay in here until the kettle is boiled. Now, at this point, you can see the snow, you can see my hippie hot tub out there. I'm out of propane, so I'm not running it right now. But it's 0 degrees about, you know, and inside here, we're just cranking up to 30 Celsius. That's in half an hour, less than half an hour. You see the relative humidity in here. So, generally speaking, where I live in the valley here, the average is about 8 degrees Celsius, which I can deduce once it warms up in a few days and gets back to normal, that I should be able to get this thing from 30 to 35 pretty easily. This one's sitting at 34 right now, maybe even get it up to 40. And right now I would call this just a mild sauna. It's very nice because you can have a face cloth here, dip it in the kettle, and have an old-fashioned wipe down bath, so you can keep clean. This is one way that you could keep clean here. Of course, I've got the hippie hot tub here, and but I'm hoping that I can get this up to more sauna temperatures, which I don't think is going to be a problem. If you look over here outside, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a fireplace right there. And what I think I can experiment with is taking these rocks and putting them on top of the fireplace and just cranking the heat up, and then just run out and bring them in, and then pour the kettle on them. Because right now it's not, the rocks aren't getting hot enough to have any steam really come off. So that's experiment. I didn't put the finish on this by the door here, just in case. I wanted to experiment with airflow. So far, no problem. I've got the holes down here. There's my little bench, spruce. So again, the kettle's boiling. It's getting down to about halfway. Some homemade ginger ale. So yeah, this is the the little, I guess you could call it financially challenged man's sauna. Basically, over 6 months, it cost me $600. The Wipro diesel heater is $250. I got it for, and the great thing about that is that it has the AC converter built into it, so I don't need a battery out here. I just plug it in. I'm not off grid here, but I am out in the woods. You see the mountains up there? Yeah, I'm out in the woods, and you know, it's pretty cozy. My little bench there. Of course, I have the option of putting in a tiny wood stove right here, and then turning it into an officially good sauna. But that's $1,200, and that's money I don't want to spend on this in this situation. I'm quite happy if I can get this up to 40 degrees with this setup. So yeah, again, take a look at that. We're up to 35 Celsius, 0 carbon monoxide. Should be able to hear that heater. I do have water in that pan below the rocks, and it is boiling. It's very, very comfortable in here. The air's good. It's good to breathe. So yeah, we're just getting up and over to 30 here, and that's with freezing temperatures. So again, once it warms up to the average of 8 degrees Celsius, I can deduce that I should be able to get this up to close to 40, and then it's going to really be like a real sauna. I'm standing up in here right now, and then I come over here and I sit down. Got a little bench, a little hook to put my towel, and so I guess about like 6 feet high by the door, down to about 4. Not quite finished here. I got a piece of trim wood to put in. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. My plan came to fruition, and you know, you just be patient and check job sites and that for wood, which was pretty fruitful this summer. Like I said, the whole outside was built for free. As far as wood goes and my labor. So yeah, okay, so you can do a Chinese diesel heater sauna without the paranoia if you're going to be like building a gas chamber. This is ridiculous. You do have to be intelligent about it. Again, the Wipro is outside, so it's exhausting outside. The exhaust pipe is nowhere near the sauna. And this is all sealed in here other than tiny little cracks, which I'm happy to have right now. It's helping vent this place, and yeah, it's very comfortable. I feel pretty clean. Even I would call this like a mild sauna because it's not up to 40 yet. This is saying 36, 48 relative humidity, and it's like I said, the heater's been on for half an hour. So you can do it. Of course, you can improve upon this and put in the wood stove, and that might happen at some point. But overall, I'm pretty happy with it. Love my door. Not bad for an amateur. Okay, ciao. Bye.